Have you ever found yourself wishing for a simple, natural way to boost your vitality? One that could make a real difference not just in how you feel, but in your confidence and intimacy as well. If you're a man over 60, you know that a strong, satisfying erection isn't just about sex. It's about feeling alive, capable, and connected with your partner. It's about reclaiming a part of yourself that age may have started to chip away. And let's be honest, in our younger days, we probably took that part for granted. But what if I told you there's a drink, completely natural, that has helped countless men in my practice achieve rock-solid erections in just minutes, without pills, awkward doctor visits, or side effects? Let me tell you about one of my longtime patients, Alan. Alan is 71 years old, retired from his years as a school principal, and a loving husband to his wife of nearly 50 years. He's the kind of man who takes care of himself, goes for regular walks, and keeps up with his grandchildren. But, a few months ago, Alan came to see me with a look I've seen so many times before, a mix of embarrassment and frustration. He told me, "Doc, things just aren't working like they used to. I want to keep my connection with my wife strong, but it's getting harder, and I'm tired of feeling like less of a man." Alan wanted a solution that was natural, quick, and didn't make him feel dependent on a pill or some complicated regime. If we haven't met before, I'm Dr. Nolan Easton. For over 30 years, I've had the privilege of helping men just like Alan, and just like you, rediscover their confidence, restore their health, and enjoy fulfilling relationships well into their later years. As a men's health specialist, I've seen every variety of question and concern, and what I've learned is this: a man's desire for intimacy, for feeling strong and capable, never goes away. Age may bring changes, but it doesn't take away your need for connection or the pleasure of sharing those special moments. So, what is the fastest natural drink for rock-solid erections in minutes? I want you to know that this isn't just a gimmick or a trendy online claim. The solution I'll be sharing is backed by real science and supported by years of experience in my clinic. I've seen it transform the lives of men who thought their best years were behind them. And the best part? It's safe, affordable, and can fit right into your daily routine without hassle. But before I dive into the specifics, let's pause and talk about why this topic matters. If you're watching, you probably already know how much an erection can influence more than just your love life. It's connected to your confidence, your sense of purpose, and even your overall health. Weak or inconsistent erections aren't just frustrating. They can be a sign that your blood flow, hormone balance, or even your emotional health needs attention. That's why, as a doctor, I always encourage my patients to see these changes not as something to be ashamed of, but as a signal that your body is asking for help. Alan's journey is a perfect example. He wasn't interested in quick fixes or risky medications. He wanted something he could do himself, something that would give him immediate results, but also support his health in the long run. When I suggested he try a specific natural drink, his first reaction was skeptical. But he trusted me, and he was willing to give it a try. I know many of you watching are looking for answers just like Alan. Maybe you've tried various supplements or read about exotic, miracle cures online, only to be disappointed. Or perhaps you're just starting to notice changes and want to be proactive. The good news is, the body is remarkably resilient. Even after 60, your circulatory system, your nerves, and your sense of desire can all respond to the right kind of support. And that's exactly what today's video is about. I'd like to take a moment to invite you to join our supportive community here. If you find this conversation meaningful, if you want to learn more about natural ways to boost your health and intimacy, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon so you'll never miss my latest advice. And I would truly appreciate it if you left a simple yes or no in the comments to let me know if this topic resonates with you. I read every response, and your feedback helps me tailor my advice to serve you better and address the real challenges you face. Getting back to Alan, after we talked about his goals and concerns, I shared with him the science behind the drink I'm about to reveal. I explained that the key to strong erections isn't just about the mechanics, it's about blood flow. As men get older, the vessels that carry blood to the penis can become less flexible or get partially blocked by years of cholesterol buildup, inactivity, or other health issues. When blood doesn't flow as it should, erections can become weaker or harder to maintain. Medications can help, but they often come with side effects or can't be used by men with certain health conditions. That's why I'm so excited about natural solutions that work with your body, not against it. The drink I recommended to Alan works by opening up blood vessels, increasing circulation, and even supporting the health of the cells that line your blood vessels. The best part? It's made from ingredients you can find at your local market, and it won't break the bank. Alan started drinking this before moments of intimacy, and within a week, he called me to say he hadn't felt this energized or confident in years. His wife even noticed the change in his mood and energy, not just in the bedroom, but throughout the day. It was as if a weight had been lifted. Alan felt more like himself, able to be present with his partner and embrace this new chapter of life. Now, you might be wondering if this is just a placebo effect, or if there's real science behind it. I can assure you, there's a solid body of evidence showing that the right combination of natural nutrients can have an immediate and powerful impact on blood flow and sexual health. And unlike some supplements, which can take months to show results, this drink acts quickly, often within minutes, because it's absorbed fast and goes right to work on your blood vessels. One of the things I appreciate about Alan's approach is his openness. He was willing to try something new and see for himself. I encourage you to have that same spirit. So many men suffer in silence, thinking they're alone, or that things will never get better. I'm here to tell you, you're not alone, and there is hope. This is also a great time to ask, if you're comfortable, have you ever tried a natural remedy for erections? Did it work for you? Or are you just beginning your search for answers? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if this message is speaking to you. You never know who you might help by sharing your story or your question. Alan's experience isn't unique. Over the years, I've guided many men through this process. Men who thought intimacy was behind them, only to find renewed energy and excitement with a few simple changes. Their stories remind me why I do what I do. The joy on a man's face when he tells me he feels 20 years younger, or the gratitude from a couple who has found their spark again. These are the moments that matter. There's real value in knowing you can take action for yourself, at any age. The path to better erections, stronger intimacy, and a healthier body isn't complicated. It just takes a willingness to learn, to try something new, and to care for yourself with the respect and kindness you deserve. So, as we begin this conversation, I want to thank you for being here. You're already taking the first step simply by seeking answers and considering new solutions. Over the next few minutes, I'll guide you through everything you need to know about the fastest natural drink for rock-solid erections, how it works, why it's effective, and how you can easily make it part of your life. Together, we'll explore not just the science, but the real-life benefits that so many men have experienced. Let's continue to support one another, share our stories, and keep building a community where men can talk openly, find solutions, and enjoy their best years with strength and connection. Thank you for joining me today, and for trusting me with your questions and your health. Alan's journey is something I see reflected time and time again in the men who come through my door. When you reach your 60s and beyond, the idea of instant results can feel like an empty promise, especially if you've tried other remedies or medications with little to show for it but frustration or unwanted side effects. Yet the real magic, I've found, lies in harnessing your body's natural ability to respond when given the right support. That's why the drink I recommended to Alan has become such a staple in my advice to men who want genuine, safe, and quick results without the worry. Let's talk for a moment about how this works in the body, but don't worry, I won't bog you down with confusing medical terms. Think of your blood vessels as garden hoses. When you were younger, they were supple, flexible, and your blood, could move through them easily. But over time, they can stiffen or develop a bit of buildup inside, just like those hoses do when left out in the sun. The drink I'm sharing today works to relax and open those vessels again, almost like giving your hoses a gentle flush. When the blood flows freely, your erections can return to the strength and firmness you remember from years past. Alan was never a man for gimmicks or fads. He wanted the facts, and he wanted something that would let him be spontaneous with his wife. So we focused on a drink built around a core ingredient, watermelon. You might be surprised by that, but there's solid science behind it. Watermelon is rich in an amino acid called citrulline, which the body converts into arginine and then into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the real hero here. It signals your blood vessels to relax and open wide, delivering more blood to exactly where you want it. I showed Alan how to blend up fresh watermelon, seeds and all, if he wanted the extra fiber, into a simple, hydrating juice. He added a squeeze of lemon for taste and a pinch of cayenne pepper for a gentle kick, which helps stimulate blood flow even further. The first time he tried it, he noticed he felt more alert and energized within minutes. By the time he and his wife were ready for some private time, he said the difference was not only noticeable, but truly life-changing. He even found himself looking forward to their evenings together again, with less worry and more excitement. I can't tell you how rewarding it is to witness that transformation, not just the physical changes, but the emotional and relational benefits as well. Alan's wife came to me at a follow-up appointment and said, "Thank you for giving us back our closeness." That kind of feedback keeps me motivated to share this message with more men. So many of us accept changes in performance as inevitable, when the truth is, your body still has the capacity for real pleasure and intimacy. Now, you may be thinking, does it really work for everyone? Every body is different, and of course, no single solution is universal. But in my experience, the majority of men who try this natural drink find themselves surprised at just how much better they feel, not just in their erections, but in their mood, energy, and even their confidence. That's because improved circulation benefits your entire body, from your heart and brain to your toes. I want to emphasize that this isn't about trying to turn back the clock or pretending to be 20 again. It's about celebrating the life and connection you have now, and enjoying every moment to the fullest. One of the great joys of this stage of life is knowing yourself. What brings you pleasure, what makes you feel alive, and how you want to spend your time with the people you care about most. Intimacy and closeness are just as important in your 70s as they were in your 30s, maybe even more so. You deserve to experience those connections without shame or limitation. As Alan's story continued, so did his results. He started making the drink part of his weekly routine, sometimes having it an hour before intimacy, other times just to boost his energy for a day out with the grandkids. He told me he started feeling more engaged in life, not just physically, but mentally as well. His wife noticed he was laughing more, planning outings, and even suggesting little weekend getaways. Their whole relationship seemed to gain new momentum, all from something as simple as a glass of fresh juice. It's natural to feel skeptical, especially if you've struggled in this area for a while. But the beauty of this drink is that there's nothing risky about giving it a try. Watermelon, lemon, and a little cayenne are safe for nearly everyone, unless you have an allergy or a medical condition that means you should avoid spicy foods. If you're on certain medications or have concerns about your heart or kidneys, it's always a good idea to check in with your doctor before making any dietary changes, even natural ones. But for most men, this is a simple addition that can bring a world of benefits. If you're watching and you've ever felt frustrated by changes in your performance, or if you're simply curious about ways to improve your energy and intimacy, I want you to know you're in good company. Most men over 60 experience these changes at some point, and most of the time, there is something you can do about it. I'm here to support you, to answer your questions, and to encourage you to try safe, proven strategies that truly make a difference. Let me pause for a moment to remind you. If this message is giving you hope, please tap the like button and subscribe for more advice just for you. And, as always, leave a yes or no in the comments if you find this helpful. Your stories and feedback mean the world to me, and they help guide the advice I give in future videos. Alan's progress didn't stop with just the drink. He found that the boost in confidence from better performance started to spill over into other parts of his life. He told me that he started sleeping better at night, waking up feeling more refreshed, and even noticing improvements in his workouts. That's the ripple effect of supporting your body in a natural, healthy way. When we met again a few months later, Alan said the best part was the sense of agency he felt, like he had tools he could rely on, rather than feeling at the mercy of aging or medications. That's something I wish for every man watching. The ability to feel empowered, not just in the bedroom, but in every area of your life. Intimacy is about more than physical function. It's about trust, joy, and the freedom to express yourself with the people you love. So if you're feeling stuck or discouraged, take heart. There are real, practical things you can do today, at home, to restore your energy and your connection with your partner. You don't need to chase the latest fad or put your trust in risky quick fixes. Sometimes, the simplest natural approaches are the ones that deliver the most meaningful results. Please remember, your questions and stories are always welcome here. If you're comfortable, share your experience in the comments. Let us know if you try the drink, and what changes you notice in your own life. Our community is here to support you, every step of the way. You have more power than you think to shape your own health and happiness. I'm grateful to be on this journey with you. Let's keep learning, growing, and finding new ways to make these years truly vibrant and fulfilling, together. Over the years, I've come to appreciate how transformative small, natural changes can be, especially for men in their 60s and 70s. Alan's story is a testament to what happens when you shift your perspective from what's lost with age to what can be regained. He didn't look for a magic bullet, just a bit of hope and a way forward that felt right for him and his wife. And what surprised him most wasn't just the physical results, but the change in how he saw himself, more empowered, more relaxed, and ready to embrace life's pleasures without the shadow of embarrassment or disappointment. Let's talk for a moment about why the ingredients in this natural drink make such a difference. Watermelon isn't just a sweet treat from summer picnics. It's a true friend for your circulation, as I mentioned earlier. But what gives this drink its extra kick is the synergy between the ingredients. The citrulline in watermelon relaxes the blood vessels, allowing more blood to flow. The lemon not only adds a burst of flavor, but its vitamin C content helps keep those vessels healthy and reduces inflammation that could slow you down. Cayenne pepper, in moderation, boosts your circulation by gently widening arteries and even stimulating nerve endings, making those moments of intimacy more sensitive and pleasurable. What I want you to know is that this isn't just about a drink. It's about choosing to nourish your body with what it needs, right now, in this stage of life. Too often, men believe they have to accept a decline in performance as just the way it is. But your body still responds to care and good habits, even if you've never tried something like this before. I've seen men who were resigned to living with frustration turn things around, sometimes in a matter of days, once they gave their body the right support. Alan was one of those men. He started keeping fresh watermelons stocked in his fridge. Sometimes he'd add a bit of mint or a handful of berries for variety. The act of preparing the drink itself became a ritual, a sign that he was choosing to care for himself. His wife joined in, and before long, making their special juice was something they looked forward to together. It brought a sense of teamwork and intimacy to their routine, turning what might have been an awkward or isolating experience into a shared project. That's something I encourage all couples to try. When intimacy becomes a team effort, with laughter and a bit of experimentation, it removes the pressure and brings you closer. Another benefit Alan noticed was his overall sense of well-being. Strong erections are just one aspect of health, and the improvements in circulation from this drink touched every part of his life. He reported that his memory felt sharper, his hands and feet were warmer, and he recovered more quickly from exercise. That's because blood flow is the lifeblood of vitality. When you support your circulation, you're nourishing your brain, your muscles, your skin, everything that helps you enjoy daily life. Of course, it's important to mention that this drink isn't a substitute for healthy living. I always tell my patients, the best results come from combining simple, natural strategies with good habits, regular movement, balanced nutrition, managing stress, and open communication with your partner. Alan and his wife started walking together more often, enjoying their newfound closeness both in and out of the bedroom. That's the power of confidence. It radiates outward, changing how you approach everything. You might be thinking, what if I have health issues? What if my situation is different? That's a valid concern, and it's why I always recommend having a conversation with your doctor before making changes, especially if you're taking medications or have ongoing health problems. But for most men, these ingredients are safe, affordable, and free from the side effects that can come with prescription options. That's why I share them with confidence, not because they're a cure-all, but because they offer hope and a real path forward for so many. I hope you're finding this advice helpful and maybe even inspiring. If you are, would you take a moment to like this video and subscribe? Your engagement helps me reach more people who need support, and your yes or no in the comments tells me what's working and what questions I should answer next. I read each one, and your feedback really does shape the videos I create. Alan's progress didn't stop with his first success. He found that when he added this natural drink to his routine, he wanted to take even better care of himself. He experimented with new healthy recipes, became more open about discussing intimacy, and even joined a men's group to share his journey and support others. The ripple effect of one positive change can touch every corner of your life. The most heartwarming part, for me as his doctor, was seeing how Alan's renewed confidence deepened his marriage. His wife said it best when she told me, It's not just about the bedroom, it's about feeling wanted, connected, and happy again. When men feel good about their bodies and their abilities, it changes the whole energy of a relationship. It allows you to rediscover each other, laugh together, and look forward to the future instead of worrying about what's behind you. So, if you've felt alone, discouraged, or unsure where to start, please remember Alan's story. You have options. Your body is capable of responding to care, and there's real science behind these natural solutions. You deserve to enjoy your life, your relationships, and those special moments that make everything worthwhile. Sometimes all it takes is a little willingness to try something new, and a reminder that you're worth the effort. If you've got a question, or if you want to share your own story, please do so in the comments. And if you try the drink, let me know how it works for you. This is a safe space where your experience can help others, and where you'll always find encouragement and support. Thank you for being here, for seeking out answers, and for being open to what's possible. You've taken the first step, and I hope you feel the hope and encouragement that comes from knowing you're not alone in this journey. Let's keep the conversation going, support one another, and continue building a community where every man can find confidence and connection, at any age. Thank you for staying with me through this conversation. I hope that, like Alan, you're starting to feel that spark of hope, the feeling that something as simple as a natural drink could help restore not just your physical ability, but your sense of youthfulness and joy as well. In all my years of working with men over 60, I've seen time and again how a bit of curiosity and a willingness to care for yourself can open doors to new possibilities. It doesn't matter where you're starting from or how long you've struggled. Each day is a new opportunity to choose vitality, intimacy, and connection. Alan's journey brought him and his wife a renewed sense of partnership. What began as a search for a quick fix turned into a path of mutual support, laughter, and even a deeper friendship in their marriage. That's one of the gifts that comes with embracing natural, gentle solutions. When you try something new together, you create memories, break the routine, and show each other that you're still willing to grow. Alan's wife told me she felt cherished in a new way, simply because he cared enough to seek answers for both of them. As you consider adding this drink to your own routine, I want to offer a few closing thoughts, encouragement that's rooted in experience, science, and compassion. First, remember that there is no shame in wanting a strong, reliable erection. Intimacy is a celebration of life, and you deserve to experience pleasure, closeness, and satisfaction at every age. If you've been disappointed by quick fixes or promises that never delivered, let this be a gentle nudge back toward what your body is naturally capable of. You have learned that the drink, fresh watermelon blended with a squeeze of lemon and a pinch of cayenne pepper, supports your blood flow in minutes, often bringing a sense of energy and confidence just when you need it most. You've seen how Alan, once discouraged and embarrassed, found himself restored in both spirit and body. This is not just about the drink, but about reclaiming your right to feel alive, wanted, and happy, now and in the years ahead. Don't forget that real results come from supporting your whole body. The natural drink is a great tool, but pairing it with gentle exercise, nutritious meals, stress management, and honest conversations with your partner will only enhance its effect. Alan's story reminds us that improvement is rarely just about one thing. It's the combination of caring for yourself and reaching out for support when you need it. If you're sitting there, thinking, "I'm not sure if this will work for me," I encourage you to try. There's so little to lose and so much to gain. And even if your results aren't immediate or dramatic, you'll have taken a positive step, one that tells your body and your partner that you still care. Often, that's all it takes to open the door to even greater change. If you have any hesitations or unique medical concerns, please do talk with your doctor first. Your health and safety always come first. As we close, I want to thank you for allowing me, Dr. Nolan Easton, to be part of your journey. I consider it an honor every time you watch, share your story, or reach out for advice. This community is built on trust and hope, and it grows stronger every time we lift each other up with honesty and kindness. If this video has helped you, please like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you won't miss out on more ways to keep your health and intimacy strong. And let me know in the comments, has this message given you hope? Just a yes or no is all I ask, and if you feel comfortable, share a little of your story so others can learn from your journey. I read every comment and use your feedback to shape the advice I share in future videos. So here's to new beginnings, to simple solutions, and to the courage to care for yourself at any age. Until next time, I'm Dr. Nolan Easton, wishing you strength, joy, and rock-solid confidence for all the years to come.